guys, so for today I have my what's on my iPhone tag. I did this tag a long time ago when I first started my channel, and I figured that I would update it and also kind of show you guys how I edit my Instagram selfies and things like that, because a lot of you guys asked me about my pictures. So I do have the iPhone 4S still. Hopefully I'll be getting the 5S pretty soon because I want the gold one, but for now I have the 4S and I have this gold phone case on my phone that I actually got from a store called Urban Planet, and I got it for like $2, so it was super cheap, and I don't know, I really like it. It's kind of getting old now, so I need to get another one. So if you have any good websites for phone cases, leave them down below for me. But yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and get started. I decided to do it more of like a talk-through version and kind of show you guys my phone as opposed to doing a clip of just me showing my phone, because I figured that this is just so much more interactive and I'd just rather do this. When you first open up my phone, this is what it looks like. I just have a plain like whitish kind of pink background. I'm really super plain, so I just kind of like to keep my background really plain. Over here I have my Twitter app that I use and my Instagram app. Those are like the two social media that I'm on the most, so that's what I kind of like to just keep on my first page. If you don't follow me on Instagram or Twitter, then make sure to follow me. It's at Macedo, AMYMACEDO. And then over here I just have my photos and my camera, since those are the other two most used apps. And then for me, I just like to keep my phone, my messages, and my contact book and my Safari/browser over there at the bottom. And then on the second page, this is the kind of page where I have like my most used apps, aside from like the first page. The second page I like to keep like my second most used apps. So I have my mail, I have my FaceTime, I have my videos, my music. So now we start to get into the actual apps that I actually like downloaded myself and that I use. So over here I have my YouTube Creator Studio app, and I really like this. This is something new that actually YouTube came up with. If you have your own channel, this is the app that you need. This is basically your Creator Studio that they call it now. Basically like your dashboard, your analytics, or your video manager, like all of your settings for your videos, your comments, your tags, just everything is all in here. So I'll go ahead and kind of show you guys. Here is my dashboard, and you'll see like my recent uploads, and then I can actually go over here and I can go press comments, and then I can actually go, oh sorry, not there. Kind of hard to see backwards, but I can actually go to comments, and then this is what I use to go ahead and just reply to all of your guys' comments, because it's just so easy. You have it right here, and I can just click on any single one and go ahead and respond. So I absolutely adore this app. You can also like edit your captions and things like that. So it's just, if you have a YouTube, you need that app. So that is like my life right there. So over here I have my Cineplex app, and that is just a movie theater like app that I can check out movie times and use my scene card and things like that to get points from movies. And then over here is where we start to get into like my #1 photo app ever. So I feel like I'm going to do the photo apps at the end. So this is just Whitagram, where you basically put a picture in, and it's going to give you a white border so that your picture goes to a square, but it's not going to cut off your picture, if that makes sense, so that you can put it on Instagram perfectly. So I use this for literally every single picture, because I hate how Instagram cut off your picture into a square. But I use this for a lot more to actually edit my photos. So for that, I will show you guys at the end of this video how I actually edit them and all of that fun stuff. So I'll get back to that app. But then after, I just have my Tumblr app, which I don't really use that often anymore, but I do use it to like reply to questions, and that's pretty much it. And then over here I actually have 3 folders. So the first folder here is photography, which I'm going to get into at the end, because I'm going to actually go into how I edit my pictures and things like that. And then I have social media. So this social media one, I actually didn't really know what to call this folder. It's kind of social media, but it's basically just like social media tools. So these are two tools that I use to find out who's following me back, who isn't following me back, and just so that I can keep up with my ratios and things like that. So this is the app called Unfollow. I use this one for Twitter, and this one is called InstaFollow, and I use this one for Instagram. The next one is my health folder, and I just have over here my calorie counter. This is the calorie counter app that helped me lose 30 pounds 2 years ago, and I don't really use it anymore just because I'm like such a calorie counter type of girl. Like, I have a lot of tips of losing weight, by the way. I know some of you guys have requested how I've lost so much weight, and I actually am losing weight currently, trying to get to like my goal. So I know a lot of you guys asked me to do a video on that, so I'll be talking way more about my tips, but this has been like #1 saver for me. This is called MyNetDiary. I used this for like 2 years, but now I kind of just count my calories in my head, but I still just kind of keep it there. This is what the calorie counter app looks like if you guys are interested. You just basically count your calories on it and all that fun stuff, but it's kind of boring. This is the fast food app. So this fast food app just basically tells you calories for fast food. Now, I don't eat fast food. I seriously don't. I only eat fast food if I'm like if I have to, if I'm like out for like the entire day and like we have to stop and grab something, I try to choose the healthiest option, but I still like to see how much calories are in what I'm having or drinking or anything, even if it's just a Starbucks drink or something like that. So I like to keep this app. It has McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, Subway, Taco Bell, Starbucks. So even if I'm not eating these things, I like to have it just in case of an emergency. If I am in a case where I kind of have to eat something from those places, then next I have my settings, which, you know, that's just basic. I just like to keep that on the second page because it's something that I go to a lot. So the next page is the last like section that I have, and I keep all of my like technical apps in here, and these are just like either apps that I can't delete or apps that I don't use, or just apps that I use but they're more like technical. So here I have the weather, the calendar, the clock, and my reminders. I don't really use my reminders anymore. I used them a lot when I was in school, but not really anymore. And then I have my app store, my maps, and then I have this transit app over here, which is, it's a free, all my apps are free, by the way. I don't really pay for apps. And this is just basically my local, like my transit app for the area so that I can check out transit times and things like that, because I actually do not have a car. So yeah, so I do use that to check out like transit times and things like that whenever I do have to take the public transit. And then this is my TD app, just my bank app. You guys don't really need to know about that. And then I have the iTunes store, can't really delete that one. And then I have a games folder, which I don't have any games. I know, pretty crazy, but I just don't. I'm not really into games. And then I have my folder called utilities, and I like this folder because I just put in all those little things that are like technical tools that I don't really use that often, but I still kind of need sometimes. My notes I definitely use often, so that's kind of a lie. I do use this folder a lot because of my notes, but I have my calculator in there, my voice memo, and all of this boring stuff at the bottom. But my notes are something that I use a lot. I actually keep a note called videos to film / video ideas, so I write down all of my videos ideas and all of my videos that I want to film, and I just write them down so that I don't kind of miss any ideas or forget any ideas or anything like that. So my YouTube notes kind of go in there. And then I also have a makeup list where I actually write down items that I've kind of seen through videos or maybe in stores that I kind of want to pick up, and I just keep them in my mind. So I write them down so that I don't forget that I want to buy them. And then I also have a passwords note, which I actually really like this idea. For about 2 years now, I've always kept like a passwords note where I literally put all my passwords for everything, because even the smallest little thing, you think you'll remember the password, and like a year down the line, you're like, oh shoot, like what did I make that password? So I make sure that anything that I make passwords for, I write down just in case that I need them again. I'll have the passwords. So that's pretty much it for my iPhone, but now I'm going to go back to the kind of photography so that I can show you guys how I edit my selfies. So the photography app, I have 6 apps in it. The first one is Squaready. Squaready is basically the same as Whitagram. I didn't even tell you guys what this app was called. This app is called Whitagram, by the way. But Squaready is basically the same as Whitagram, except the only difference is that Squaready, you can shrink your picture. Instead of just having the white border, you can shrink it to go in more. And I'll show you guys what I mean. So this is just the last picture that's on my phone. This is actually just my Alex drawers. If you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, then you'll see that I'm actually in the process of making custom dividers for my Alex drawers. So like this video if you do want a updated makeup collection video. But that's just the most recent picture that I have. So you go ahead and take that, and you can either make it like that, or you can actually put it in. And then the next app here is called Line Camera. I actually like Line Camera because they have cute little stamps sometimes that I like to do, and they basically, like, they have heart stamps and stuff like that, and I don't really use those that often, but sometimes I like to use it if I'm like making a little text picture, or if I'm kind of highlighting something in a picture and I want to put a heart around it or something like that. And then next I have 2 PhotoCollage apps. This one is called PhotoCollage and this one is called Pic Jointer. They're both basically just collage apps. Pic Jointer is new for me. I'm still kind of getting used to it and seeing how I like it. But it's kind of cool because you can do different ratios. Like, you don't have to all make them square, which I like that because sometimes you don't always want it a square collage. And then next I actually have an app called Free Video. I use this app to download videos on my phone, so I use this together with the SquareadyVideo app, and what that does is SquareadyVideo basically does the same thing as Squaready for pictures, but it just puts a video border so that if I want to kind of upload, like say if I have a new video up on YouTube, I'll take a clip I'll download the video on my phone using the free video app, and then I'll take a clip from it and I'll put it in the Squaready app so that I can upload it on Instagram and be like, you know, check out my new video. So that's what I use to kind of do video clips on Instagram. So now I'm going to show you guys how I actually edit a selfie. Just really quickly, my #1 app to edit a selfie is always Whitagram. Anytime that I take a selfie, #1 thing I always do is go ahead and upload it to Whitagram, not only to have the border, but because Whitagram actually has such a great built-in editing app, and I absolutely love it. I'm just going to go ahead and take a selfie really quickly right now, and then we'll go ahead and edit it on camera with you guys. Okay, so I just went ahead and took a selfie. Here's the selfie that I took. I'm going to go ahead and press this and the middle button. Once the photo is actually uploaded on, what I like to do is I go ahead and press this paintbrush, and then I press edit with Avery, and it's just that middle button over there. And basically Avery is their built-in editor. So then you're going to get something like this. So the first thing that I always do is I always go into Adjust. And Adjust is this little app over here with the little sunflower, and you have brightness, contrast, saturation, and warmth. What I always like to do is I always like to fix the warmth. I like to make my photos a little bit more cool tone, just to take a little bit of that like yellowy oranginess that sometimes happens when you take photos. So I just put down the warmth a little bit, go ahead and apply it, and then I go ahead back into the Adjust app. And sometimes I like to kind of brighten them a little bit, but I think for this photo it doesn't really need to be brightened that much. I just went ahead and kind of brightened it just a little bit. It looks really bright on camera, by the way, but in the photo it's not like that. And then what I always love to do, this is my #1 favorite thing to do. You guys always ask me, Amy, like, what do you use to take your photos? Because it kind of looks like iPhone photos, but like it's like really good quality. So I'm like, I got a tip for you guys. I make all my pictures look HD by doing this. So right beside the Adjust app, you have an app with a diamond little symbol, and it's called Sharpness. You can literally make your photo look like it's been taken in HD just by sharpening it up a little bit. So I go ahead and you sharpen your photo, and it just looks more HD. And I know it might be hard for you guys to tell through the camera, so I'm probably going to edit in like a side-to-side photo of before sharpness and after sharpness so you guys can kind of see how the selfie turned out. Basically what I do is I press apply afterwards, and then it's going to go ahead and take you back to the beginning, and then you're going to get a photo that looks really nice, taken in like daylight, nice lighting, sharp HD photo, but taken with your iPhone. So I absolutely love this app. I actually go ahead and save it, and I make sure to save it in full resolution. And then that is pretty much it. That's how I edit all my selfies, pretty much. I just use that app. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. And really quickly, I just want to mention that I did film a tutorial on this look. I did a nude liner, and I also did the tutorial just around all these Milani new Bella Eyes gel powder shadows. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, thumbs up this video if you want an updated makeup collection storage video. I'm pretty much almost done customizing my makeup drawers, so I'll be able to do that for you guys if you guys are interested. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll of course see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah. Mix it all together and get this really nice like golden